Alright gentlemen, just want to showcase now the referencing system then that we're going to use for your Unit 2 report. Now because we're taking this picture in from an external website, that's going to have to be referenced appropriately, and to do so you're going to have the website available, which in this case is just taken directly from BBC Sport. Now inside Word itself, to insert a reference, you're going to have to go here to, first of all, you'll start off in the Home tab, but if you come across the tab called References, select it, and you'll see there's a huge number of options here. If you come in roughly the center of the screen, you'll see there's a wee tab called Manage Sources, and if you click that, that will bring up a large number of options. Now before we sort of go into that level of depth, can you just make sure that before you go in too deep, make sure you select the style and change it from whatever the preset standard is, and take it on ahead down and select Harvard. That's going to be the method used again throughout both the AS and the A2 reports. Now when you select this Manage Sources, depending on any previous assignments you've done, you'll see there's a large, it's called a master list here, of all the references which have been saved onto my respective laptop. Now in this current Word document, you can see the current list is currently empty, and that's because no references have been inserted so far. Now if I select New, I'm going to have to put in a new reference source here. The first thing you need to choose is what source you're going to utilize, and if I select that drop down menu, we're not inserting a reference from a book in this case. We're going to have to come down here to the website. The first thing they're really asking for here is the author, and if they give the author's name, my recommendation is to come in here, hit edit, and now you can quite simply insert the person's first name, if given, the middle name, and then lastly you can put in the person's last name or surname there, please. Now to get that information for this particular source, it'd be more appropriate to go into sort of split screen. Give me that option with the references up. So what I could do is just copy and paste across the person's first name. So again, just go to the appropriate row, paste in the first name. We're not given a middle name, so you can leave it blank, and then you can just copy and paste the person's surname in as well. And then quite simply hit add, and you'll see that will add the source in the appropriate format down beneath, and then just click OK. And the name of the web page, again you should be able to go into the actual website here, and the name of the web page, I would just take the key title in, and in this particular example there doesn't really seem to be a key headline inserted, so you might just want to put in, perhaps in this case, maybe BBC Sport. Most articles will have a key headline in there. In this case, maybe you could just type in BBC Sport, probably be appropriate. Now, in relation to the year, that's the year that the article has been published. Now, look, this is a pretty recent one. You can see Wednesday, 26th October 2022. So we're just going to insert the year 2022 here. Now the year accessed, that's quite simply the year of access, the actual article, and that's the same year. The month accessed is just when you literally have accessed it, and that is October. And the day accessed, that is the date, that's just the 27th. Now the URL, quite simply go into the website, go up, one click with the left button, should select all that text, right click and then hit copy, and then back into your Word document, and you can now hit paste, and that's all the key information inserted for this particular website. You can then click the OK button, and a couple of things have changed. First of all, you can see in the current list we've now added this particular source into this current Word document, but you'll notice at the minute there's no tick beside it because it's currently not cited appropriately. If we close that down, if we then come to where you put your description in for that particular figure, then hit the space bar once, go up now to the same part of the references tab and hit insert citation, and if you drop down you'll see at the minute, because there's only one source there, that's the only option we have in relation to inserting that citation. So if you just left click that, you will see that citation has been inserted correctly into the document. Note again, the format is just a spacebar, put the citation in, and I personally wouldn't put anything in at the very end. If you then select the text, if you want to make that all bold, that's perfectly fine, just to keep it consistent, and that's effectively your citation inserted. If you get back up to references, just to recheck on manage sources, you'll see that there is a tick there now, and again that just showcases that you have cited that particular source somewhere inside your current document. And that's the format for inserting a reference for a website.